Alright guys, welcome back. This is game 2 between ESC, excuse me, I'll just introduce him anyway. In the bottom right we have the purple Terran player. He plays for Team ESC. His name is Goody.
And in the upper left of Antigua Shipyard we see our pink Zerg player, AI Hanfy.
For Team Alien Invasion. Now Goody tried to go for a really hard late game mech build last game that just didn't work out for him against that timing push from the Zerg. Do you think he'll react differently in this game?
On Antigua, I think he'll be a little more tentative on taking his third base, but it'll be the same idea. He'll be making a fast command center, going into mech, and just pushing out from there. Antigua is a notoriously hard map for Zerg to play on, just because the access to the third base is so terrible, or the fourth base, I should say. Terran players get up onto the mid-ground near the watchtower with siege tanks and just strangle the Zerg out. There's nothing they can do about it.
The starve and carve is a very useful technique, but I don't think Goody... I've seen Polt and a number of other marine-heavy players, very bio-centric, tend to go for the drop play on this one. And since Goody is a notorious mech player... Oh, he's got the low-ground barracks. I think he's going to go for... a proxy build, but this Overlord is going to see it right away.
It's really late too. It's on. Actually, no, it's not. It just took them all to get over there.
Yeah, I think you should have sent that out earlier.
Yeah, if you're going to proxy, you want to see like 11, 12 racks, but I think he's just going to try to put on a little pressure and try to maybe force Zerg to make a few more Zerglings than normal, just going straight econ.
And Hanfy sees it right now. Hi!
Says hi in chat when he spots out the proxy.
Yep. I think he's feeling pretty safe with that hatch first. He's going to just put down the spawning pool in a very open location. And just chunk out his normal set of queens. I think he'll be fine either way.
That spawning pool is... Thinking about late game here, he doesn't want to get just dropped on and the spawning pool killed. That really
you got a point there.
This is a really good map for his drops with the cliff to the right of the main.
Do you think? I mean, they're both German players, so he would be relatively familiar and play with Hanfy if they're both Masters players on the European ladder.
The funny thing is last game Goody was completely blindsided by that 2-base all-in build. Well, I shouldn't say all-in; it was timing. He took the third base away from Goody's contain of the third base.
Yep.
So he just kind of made a mockery of his entire strategy.
Oh, he tried to get another bunker down. It didn't work at all.
Yeah, this is a really good spot for the bunker.
It is, and these drones aren't going to be able to attack that marine at all.
Completely safe. So this might cause a lot more issues than ever. You can see that Goody has practiced this build a lot for this map specifically. And
those drones got really unlucky when that SCV just did its random building movement over to the right side, but it just got taken out. And that
kills the SCV building the bunker, but just as it finishes...
And the other one is just perfectly placed in there. Hi, back from Goody. His proxy is returned in the command center to block at this home base.
Yeah. The problem is he's just going to be catching reinforcements with these Zerglings. He can't run by because he knows that he'll just wall it off. He's going to have all kinds of issues dealing with this. He's just pulling some Zerglings and getting queens ready to defend. His hatchery still has plenty of health, so he doesn't have to be super pressed for time to get down here. But
and he can, and I mean, with that queen, he could attack that supply depot and draw that
second queen to pop.
SCV away. Oh, he killed an SCV now.
Queen's put on the SCV instantly, and they're just going to kill all these Zerglings, but you can see he made just enough to defend this.
Right.
The bunker gone, Marines aren't nearly as scary. He might lose a queen here, but that's...
Yeah, he really will. I think... Oh, yep, there it goes.
Ooh, that was close. He targeted one, and then he switched and targeted the other one. I don't know.
I wonder if he could have gotten both. We have 2 extra command centers coming down in here and a factory dropping for Goody, and he's building just a safety bunker as these Zerglings did a little bit of pressure, or at least tried. As much as 2 Zerglings can do.
A common follow-up to a bunker push is the Zerg just to drop a bailing nest and bailing bust them. So he'll be beefing his wall up a little bit.
Now Hanfy's got... Oh, I forgot the nameplate the whole time. Hanfy's got a an Overlord checking for this third base and a Zergling there just to make sure that this third command center can't drop right away. I wonder if he will put the the one blocking, or nope, he's taking this other one down to the low ground.
All in all, he didn't lose too much there when that attack.
Das Depot sieht aus, als ob dazu gehören wird. Oh.
Yeah, he's talking about
that depot belongs to you now. That's essentially what he's saying.
He's Goody. That's not going to spoil out Goody or anything. He's already prepared to lose that. He took that as a loss. You can see in the units lost tab that that trade was relatively even, so that didn't hurt the Zerg player hardly any. The only good thing is it bought him time to get his third base up, and from 3 base, that's pretty much what we're going to see is 3 base versus 3 base in this game. Kind of surprised we didn't see any kind of retaliation at all, but he did use every last one of his attacking units to defend there, and just went straight back into economy.
And Goody has slipped into this modified Destiny Cloud Fist build, as Husky calls it, the 1-1-1, with his extra economy going. I think he'll be pretty set for this late game.
Yeah, he's going really gas light 1-1-1. He's not getting siege tanks. He's not getting cloak. He's just going bare minimum with Hellions and Banshees.
Although that's a pretty powerful push if you can make it work. And the 2 other factories drop right now.
Yeah, he's just going to go straight into mech from here and get his defense set up with. Well, you'll probably see tech labs coming down on these factories for siege tanks.
He's a little just slightly oversaturated with those mules in his natural expansion.
Yeah, well, you're going to float the 3rd one over soon. Like he's getting things set up. I think he's concentrating right now on this Hellion attack that did nothing. I think it killed 3 Zerglings. So that was really good defense with the Queen and just a few Zerglings. He's got the Spine Crawler ready now to thwart any further attacks.
He doesn't have any transfuse ability on any of these Queens, but I think he's got enough to take care of 1 Banshee.
We are going to see 2 base Muta play from the Zerg player. He doesn't have any plans of expanding. He stopped drone production. He is now going in for another timing attack. I think you'll see this a lot when you see a player feel like they're outmatched by a bigger name. They'll pull out tricks more often than not. And the Banshee spots the Spire, so the engineering bay is almost done. We'll probably see a few turrets go up. There, some missile turrets are built, right?
And armory coming out for that first Thor. Blue Flame dropping, and for his Hellions, I don't think he's going to push too much until he sees them. But these extra Zerglings may get us around if he's at all lucky.
Yeah, he's got actually not even going into siege tech right now. He doesn't have to yet.
Oh, he dropped creep at that 3rd, so that he won't even be able to put down his command center until for like at least 30 seconds or longer after that.
I think Goody wants to make sure that there's no 2 base, like +1 type timing coming again for sure before he goes into that 3rd base for committing.
Yeah, it looks like Goody's losing just a pretty good number of Marines with that push from those Zerglings, which just delays him a little bit longer and lets him scout.
Exactly what he wanted. He wanted to kill all the Marines to get rid of the anti-air for these mutas to come in and do exactly what they're doing now, which is tearing apart some workers.
He's going to be able to take out some Hellions if he's at all lucky. And a lot of workers. See what he's doing right now. 11 workers killed for Hanfy. And 7 on Goody's side. But those Thors right there are too much for about 8 for the 6 mutas that are going down. And he's switching into Roach play with Roach speed and... Why is he getting melee attack? Oh well.
Melee attack is for Banelings later on.
Oh, you got a point there. Oh, and you dropped the nest right as you say that. Well done.
We've seen players like Nest T just brute force down Thors with Banelings. You know, the accepted response is mass speed Roach.
Yes. And Stefano recently did a great things with I think it was against I forget who it was, but he flanked from all sides on this map against a bunch of Thors right in the center where these Hellions are doing some damage against this one Roach right now.
Yeah, he's getting Burrow now, and we'll probably see Tunneling Claw start up as soon as Galil Reconstitution finishes for these Roaches, just to have them having the best shot they can against this mech play. With this many Hellions, you can't start making Banelings yet. The banelings are more for when there's more bio mixed in.
I haven't even seen an infestation pit yet.
No, this is I think this. Ooh, all of his drones are stopped. Oops.
That was
I
a
just
mistake.
stopped all of the drones at his third base from mining. I hate it when that happens.
Oh yeah.
Trying to select larva and you just accidentally have your worker selected.
Looks like Goody's rearing up to make a push. He's far ahead on supply than he should be in an ideal Zerg world.
Well, the Zerg really delayed their third base, so they can't. You see some changelings coming up to scout the situation, and they're gonna die a horrible death.
Oh, this is a desperate push by Hanfy, coming up the choke with siege tanks there.
He had his banelings too far back to do anything.
And they're not speedlings.
Basically let the roaches absorb the hits to see what's happening. Even that baited in the attack. Speed is about half done right now, and you see 16 more roaches coming out. He's gonna try to hold the line here at the spine crawler.
Do you think Hanfy just kind of shot himself in the foot when he went for mutaplay? Because he lost so many resources. It's double right now compared to Goody.
Well, he wasn't expecting an armory to be ready and Thors to be coming out already.
And right now, Goody's Hellions have branched off into this third and are taking down a whole lot of drones.
Yeah, well, he needs to weather
creeping in, huh?
Here. This is going to be the slow push coming from Goody, and this is exactly what Goody is good at. He's made his entire livelihood in siege tank play. You see him coming in.
Wow, look at that.
But there is just not enough.
GG from Hanfy. Wow, that was quite a good mech demonstration by Goody when he was able to get it up and running. That bunker definitely pressured Hanfy enough that Goody could get that up and running without super much pressure or fear back home. And we're just going to jump right into 3. What were your final thoughts?
This is exactly why Terrans pick Antigua Shipyard when they lose a game against Zerg, because just the way the map architecture is laid out, Zerg, they either have to try some kind of a gambit on 2 bases, or they have to rush to 3 bases and be stuck there. And if we saw Goody just lock him in and do the slow push in with tanks and to his death.
I feel like Goody's play in that game was so much more concise than in his first game. But we're going to jump right into game 3 in just a second, guys. We'll see you soon.